Fáilte Ash go How to Gael. We have teamed up with Fáilte Ireland to help you keep discovering everything our gorgeous island has to offer.
And Ish go bhfuil on Saura Builtiling, there's no better time to get planning your short break. Teichig, discoverireland.ie for ideas that'll get you and your friends planning your next big adventure. Tamarala Tashachan to Spreagtha dul Tashtal.
Oh, as Darren would say herself. Now, Mazrade Goel on Schlian Atlantic Eon Odog Leoch. How about a visit to the Ackle Experience in Chunte Vuyo? Part aquarium, gals, part history hub if you don't mind. Or you can head to Carnog Veva in Schligach for myths and watching the world go by.
Or if it's a trip east that is on your list, then Yartla Feckal in Ireland's ancient east. Wander through the Marina Market in Cork City, grab a bite, support local makers. Newmas Tiberdoran on Cairns Gribatagut. Why not walk the ancient path of St. Declan's Way?
Oh, Sinead trust Boher Ella, Tommy Dulla Shul Shlee, Nave Declan, Akali Nadarudagi Gwil, Kushlan, Valihline, Aguntandami, and Chomakiana, where history meets pop culture. It is also the location for the Traitors Ireland.
Whoa.
Fun little fact. New, you can make your way up the Sea Loud Trail for scenic food stops all along the coast.
Yum, yum, yum. Decalicious. Now, Colleen, not grave our dross, good gree all to Kilton hair and Gaheave and gals, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It really was.
Bob.
On Quid this Farlum was, you know, just on quality time on Turgun Gheilleagair and Moher Gheilleagair.
Oh my God.
Like butter wouldn't melt.
I know. Speaking of butter, on Rud this Far Lumsa, Yennemer, not on wrong bacala. I haven't stopped making soda bread since. It's a real problem.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
I sampled it. It's good. You're getting good now, girl.
Yeah, the cocktail.
Well, do you know what, on Rud Abansa Lumsa, I have to say it was discovering a new skill that I am actually a very proficient zipliner.
Well, you are, because the froze new come to come
Go
on.
on.
1, 2 zip of you.
Love
Oh.
it. Absolutely. So what are you waiting for? Plan your short break at discoverireland.ie and keep discovering the stories, surprises and soul of Ireland.
Sinead go dtíreach Shiva agus Darren Quinniger of Vegach Triocht in Éireann.
Whoa.
Oh!
Colony, we are in the thick of it now. So we can't move for the fail to kill her team player.
I know, it's on town with Faris Savlian, and you know me, gals, I'm crack alta for the Al Kyobio. I love seeing the musicians perform live. But the thing about the failty, it's the possibility that anything can happen.
Well, do you know what? For me, the icing on the cake is always have a Guinness in hand, whether it's raining or sunshine. Let's be real, it's a mixed bag. But má tá tú le charde, tá cuoine cín le fáil.
And whether you're at a session Ceola Loch Gorman or if you're just heading down to the live at the Marquee in Cork.
She could be having an owl festival out the back, barbecue on, Guinness, nitrous surge, the love guts.
Listen, sign me up, Louise. It sounds fantastic. Wherever you are on Sarah Shaw, every day is a lovely day for a Guinness.
Taste on Cora Show lads, Tom A. Fizzle for some festival crack.
Get the facts. Be drink aware. Visit drinkaware.ie.
Steve agus Fáilte of Giddy, How to Gael, Lumsa Darren.
Lumsa Shiva.
Agus Lumsa Louise. Failcar in Colini.
I know. Okay, everybody check in. Call will shiver fad.
Tom A. Imichach. Och. Le Wi-Fi.
Fair play. Wi-Fi has finally got to Dublin 7. I'm on a holiday.
Agus is Mala one set up at all got like, it's like a little altar behind you or something. It's like a spring altar.
Tom A. Gobber McQuid Podrica gals, you know?
You changed. You're a relapsed Catholic. Fair play to you.
Thomas Fos from Locklear lads, the penthouse. Here we go. Come on for the OGs. Fos Nosh Kena.
Fair play to you. Well, Thomas in Urhan Galave, Tama in Mala Luchariach and so, and I am in the back of Beyonds here now, really. Like, I mean, technically Mala Luchariach, but Tommy didn't host on in the middle of nowhere. And Utas and Untas Tá Wi-Fi and so, which is great.
Who?
Yeah.
Up the tribesmen in the Wi-Fi, I say.
And Tanya, yeah, Untach going over, like, Tana pubs. Unbelievable and so and in Clár go my dinner with episode Ella the Shoulderucht, but it's great because it's just basically Cavan and Law like chatting language in the hot in different pubs. It suits me down to the ground. It was like it was written for me.
Yeah, I can't believe go Nick for who us just on Gnára the Yenov.
I know. Actually, the team would be like, will I ever find a gig that suits me as well as this? But anyway, sure look.
No.
But Vina pubs, a Vakashivan pub Grandma in a know of it was like a 200-year-old pub. Oh, like I'm sure Rimishach Urta, Daddy, like all original flag floors, etc. She class. Like it's a Reagan Gul Art na Marshin people in the Tira Hilla.
Original flag floors. Now, Mastu came Keiko Cussuck as a Yukshay flag floors all to Mohig
Priceless, not the originals. Yeah.
But Mohig Fane, like, the flag floors when, you know?
What you should do now is go into Glasnevin Cemetery and rob a few tombstones there now. That'll be.
Yeah, I'm just thinking. Never mind the herringbone, a new style. It's kind of all the rage we law her. I want some. Yeah, I want some flags. I might get. Do you reckon they'd let me have Michael Collins' grave?
I mean,
I'd say, Shiva, for you, they would. Did they know who you are? Tell them who you are. And I'd say so. You sound, Shiva, like a woman who's nesting or something.
Yes, so mar a dógur mé an seachtain tseachtain tá mé ag súil.
Yes. Oh my God.
Yes, tá mé am chóm, tá mé ag súla anmh mí anar fihe sé agus tá mé really excited for you.
Shiva, and nothing but flagstone will do. The little pitter patter of feet won't be on herringbone.
No, ni fé le bheith lapáil. Very unchild friendly now. You'll have to wait couple of blian. Ni fé le bheith lapáil ar the flagstones.
But what? Care to talk child friendly? Fucking lino. No thanks.
Sorry, excuse me.
So give her a few years there and she'll be driving around in one of those Fiat Puntos, is it? What you call it?
A multipla. I know.
Multipla.
Well, look.
Oh my God.
Look, fe mé chun mar Tommy mo who hééis cean an bháin agus na mé cinnéon cinenne dhéanamh faoi tiile go dtíhfuil cean an bháin agam, you know?
Okay.
It'll be a disaster. Covis.
But conas mar bhí into in general nish go bhfuil an rún scíl to go le dtíine and you're like, obviously bhí to go to fag tamil, but now you're officially a pregnant woman.
Yeah. So on rud is Jacker was like an tús ar fad, so like I don't know, rinne mis tástal agus like hánig mise ar an ola seo ag sé seachtaní, and that's an pointe nuair gur bhála rála gachtaní, you're like, oh my God, this is seo ornú it's bigger rála gach ile dena go bhúlam lo. But now to me like cúig seachtain déag and near hus me really rála daoine le like caiici sin news, and I'm kind of like, oh yeah, and I'm pregnant. You know, it's kind of old news dumsa-ish, you know.
Really?
So yeah, kind of, you know, mar like now tá an tálam to make mohu really, really goma, right? Seachtaní like sé go dtí a dev mé thuirse trek the stuck to the labba napping a goni, but tá an tálam gohfuil mo chuid fuinna bheith arás agus gohfuil mé kind of an own gachradí enaf gorátham enaf. So yeah, kind of just flying around the place a ríise gobar sa gym. Yeah, so níl really agus níl einrod like I don't think we'll really bump agam agus níl einrod really a torlunt. So like it's kind of a waiting game for láher. It's like, am I covis, you know?
You know what, you're a brand new níos fearr ná riamh anyway. Every time I see on Instagram your hair, I'm like, how does it shine like that? So I don't know, and will fear well she fear me into glowing, do you know, nor there and she'd like you, when do you start to glow?
Well, I don't know, is it the supplement atá an lachagum or is it just the pregnancy hormones making my hair like this? But Louise, if you want hair like this, you know what to do, girl. Very simple, okay?
Yeah, ribbing.
Call Declan there.
But I do it purely for the hair and the good skin.
But Shiva chutu, this is something I find fascinating, right? Because the hail or fad mar van, you're like afraid of your life that you're going to get pregnant. Like, you know, you're hustling to, you know, vehemon gnace and then like all to your 20s. And then suddenly it changes. And like pregnancy is this real, you know, thing that's always in the back of a woman's mind. Like, would she dacker credu in school to actually assume?
Yeah. Like I don't know, murder me Neil really bump agam, but I don't know, to me ag mohu like what needs Ray Cushy fui ma curp, and like I'm not like sucking in to a cough of 80 going mohu like I don't know, self-conscious unto, and I'm kind of just letting things breathe and like hang san Oscar Cork am should I suppose, and I'm kind of like I don't know, mohin she really gadas agus comporduk and like the anaquid like I don't know, not cova, but like tishkin tagam dum a curp fui láher, and but it's jarring. I get down kind of be like, hold on, like, you know, like can I make kind of monster and off we air, and then I was like, oh fuck, actually I don't think I can actually have this, you know. Caffeine gur féile ol and I can lay, so yeah.
I'd say there's like a big, you feel very like appreciative of your body and what it's doing. Must feel like magical, but also you're like, Jesus Christ, like this is actually happening inside me.
Yeah, I'm like, how did I just do a full day's work and I also probably grew like a left elbow ag an aim céine, you know, it's impressive on Rudiger féile the curpa dhéanamh. But ag an aim céine rís caiimé ahant go bhfuil iver hain an tarm go mé mohu really go má agus go ma chud fuineh go bra, but freshen go min ann páiste umper mar like is topic really dúchláinach agus dacar the right guine. So the aine beidir tá géisiú seo atá an topic seo beidir rubbeag dúchláinach dómh ní bhaim muid á play Gohanavinnic, just Marolis, and yeah, like Cúpla úscáta one show has an siúd, but sinné.
Well, this is funny because you are in such a transition period, right? Because like this is your first baby, and then like all of this stuff, like tá Simborgum and all of the fucking changes that goes in your head. First, nuair tá tú súla baby, and then nuair thucaigh baby, like that's going to be huge. And like I also feel like for tú posta and you know tá tigagot, and there are very grown up things, but like having a baby, that's when you're a real fucking adult.
I know, sorry, our producer Esther has just joined the call and Neil Shear and Olas Fushaw. So Esther, surprise, I'm pregnant. Yeah, the Esther's around shin that she had a feeling, but Nihi and Cade untained in it that was suspicious. The strong sherry scríomh clum ar Instagram being like, you're glowing, are you expecting? Congratulations. Few riv a bhí ráitagum le ma hismóirí le haine ma hail like.
Wow. It's
Yeah.
amazing, isn't it? Like, and do you know what? An tálaat nach raibh tú agus nach bhfuil tú teen faoi láthair. Because, you know, some people I think do be in the horrors, you know, ag tús and Ashter.
Yeah. First trimester can be absolutely horrible, and sometimes the whole pregnancy can be horrible for some people. So no, I'm extremely fortunate. So quick will make mohu. So
Gal, it suits you. Suits ya.
Yeah. And
Mama
do
Diva.
you know Céir gur bhráil am a phlé amach anseo is actually like páistí a hógáil trú gailge, mar that is absolutely an phlean atá agam, and I feel like it's possibly one of the most radical things you can do sa lá atá inniu ann, and you're also increasing dainre in Gael. So Sean's going to end with episode Fuishin amach anseo.
Anava.
Oh, jinx. Mahu. Okay, well, bug me deraig Martian, unless anyone has any other news they would like to share, but it's going to be slightly less exciting.
Okay, girls, I'm going to tell you.
Okay.
I made a full dinner last night. That wasn't just fried mushrooms.
Go Hortigus, girl. Go Hortigus.
Okay, well, Martian, Colleen, we bug me deraig, Gitty, in the co-raggers. Come on, what hot how-to-goilers have been in touch?
Yes, so Dog the Nick and Troch, their Instagram, Vision Hair Belfast noted Louise's mention of a driveway, no less. Agus her ag inchint and scale fui ag airí giodamach fui Declan ag tamant Seuss on driveway in a glúisdán agus I ag fannach der dullamach ar gata. So between that and her poor stories ag Geary of Fawcett News, she's in her Victoria Beckham era.
Woo. Listen, if only the driveway is up to a small little bungalow in the back of West Limerick, but you know what? It does sound glam, doesn't it, to have a driveway, in fairness?
Girl, a driveway is a driveway is a driveway.
A driveway is a driveway, yeah, absolutely. So listen, illusion, theatre of the mind, they can think it's as long and sprawling and tree-lined as they like. No one needs never know the truth. Kayla via Dangvoil, somebody else has been in touch. Marie said, Shiva talking about sex education in school or lack thereof. A similar experience here in Australia. She says all about the mechanics and biology back then. It has changed somewhat now though.
Well, look, this is all the more exciting now that we know that Shiva has had sex at least once now that she's pregnant. So, Mahu, Shiva, you are the educator of sex, our Budfraila show.
Guys,
Okay.
absolutely. One and done. One and
One
done.
and done.
Tom also weighed in on this argument and he said, sex education? What was that? I learned more on the farm. He sounds like a man with a driveway.
He does. And road frontage. Yeah.
Listen, Tom, we'll keep you in the back burner. So Harder didn't get kinta which of a dagvalling because we love hearing a story how to gael Curgy commenties or Spotify. We love checking the Spotify comments, the Apple Podcasts, and you can email us in Tamerfod or howtogael@gmail.com. Is everybody logged into the email in it?
Yes.
Yes. Okay,
Yes.
fantastic. And sorry, howtogael.com /contact if you want to contact us via our website.
Not a fancy. Agus there no Tomwood ar Patreon, Degana, Agus Kernwood. Episode Breshamok, Gok, Derdine, on Shockland Chakata, Kermer, Amok, Agron, Fui, our July favourites. So Narudiger winner result, Ostu, in me, Ool. And I always leave those episodes with a big long list of Ruddy that I need to try. Cicade v Ella.
Okay, this is a good question now. Has anybody actually picked up on anybody else's recommendations?
I wanted to try the jalapenos in the rosé, but pregnant.
Okay, next year, Shiva. 2026 is your year for a jalapeno and a drink.
Absolutely, we'll be toasting them. Fresh and lads, Tomwood in full video, so Moss Maliv, brand new Orainn in the flesh. Come along, you can get a sneak into Darren's hotel room, Shiva's altar, Agus on Penthouse, Tomwood Gheilleagair and Shellachéile, Agus B, Linear, YouTube, Spotify, or wherever you get your video podcasts.
Can I also say this is a pagan altar, okay? Just before anyone gets any
Thank God.
Yes. Yeah, just want to clarify. All right.
Right, Colleeny, so what do you think? Topic na seachtaine.
You.
Topic na seachtaine seo, inspired by the Queen of Dunboyne, CMAT, is how to recover from recession trauma. Tá spéis vorgum sa topic seo ach go háirithe, because I feel like everybody has like latched on to CMAT's message. She's basically like, fuck Bertie Ahern, fuck the brown envelopes. They fucked our lives. And do you know what? Tá cheartaice.
I know, and tá sé really héis pléisce ar na meanthó síalta ar TikTok ach go háirithe, and in the comments mé a fescint daoine knock-offs Arandóh being like, oh my god, I heard this song and I've just gone down a rabbit hole researching the financial crash of Ireland, you know, agus daoine a fáilm faoi den céad uair.
But do you know what's gas? Like, I feel like, Sean Rudd, you don't have to have like lost your job and like being on the poverty line to have suffered trauma on recession. Because I feel like Martina Airnacha, we have this attitude being like, sure, it's grand and, you know, get on with it or whatever. But actually, over hagéisteach le aráin CMAT, and you're like, God, her untréimhse sin is seach go mór airing ar fad. Like, Tishmori, Dina Óga. Do you remember where you were when the recession was declared?
No.
I remember being in secondary school, but I think what I remember the most is the Celtic Tiger before it. And like, oh my God, I remember go háitiúil a limnach. This will only add to the driveway lovers will love this scale now. But there was a rud more like in St. Áit and Dásas aníos about where families started buying holiday homes, right? And it was like, so-and-so has a holiday home in Turkey, they're after buying a holiday home in Egypt, they're after buying an apartment in Marbella. Agus nach mór gach dara duine, gach dara clown, gach dara tailach had a holiday home somewhere. And it was just this mar nós of ag dul go Marbella done Saura to the holiday home going wherever. And I remember that being such a wild thing, and us like being like, Dad, like, are we still going to Ballyhaig for the weekends? You know, and it was just as though everyone around us, they didn't have one house, they had two, and it was becoming so normal. And I remember that being a wild concept, you know.
Yeah. Go on, Shiva.
Kai Mishra, I like, obviously in the fallout, sna blianta inig gur horla an cúlú academic, like, that's kind of when I really noticed it. But I've misha Erin Mianskul, sa tríomhlín, sa cearrúhlín, and I don't think that I was clued in go ruddy cosúla sin, you know, until I felt the effects. I don't think Rev may really look air, like I was definitely not on top of my current affairs. Take new shade.
Yeah. But you remember socially, no, I don't know if it affected your schools. I think I went to I went to the only Gael school that was the Limnock Econom in Laurel Hill, but Laurel Hill was kind of maybe it was one of the city's posher schools, I don't know. But it was hilarious in Limerick because I remember like the clothes people used to be wearing, like the designer. I don't think Limerick ever had that before, like, and the people nipping over to New York to go shopping. And then this all just, do you remember that? The flights from
that was
New York.
Huge.
Yeah, the big thing.
And I remember everybody used to be going to New York to do the shop. But that time, the fashion was so American. It was Abercrombie, it was Hollister. Yeah. You couldn't, the shops were in Ireland, so it was so exclusive. If you came in but you know what? Well, a couple of things. That time, in the Celtic Tiger and in the recession, like, and now I was in second year. I remember when the recession was, I remember lying in bed, this is so fucking classic me, listening to the radio for like 14 years of age, before I was going to sleep, and the news reporter was like, we're officially in a recession, and I was like, oh my God. I remember going downstairs to my parents and be like, we're officially in a recession, and blah blah. But that time the clothes were an Abercrombie, Hollister, and you wore it to death.
Yeah.
Like, there was none of this fast fashion carry on. You invested in you might have got a tracksuit bottom. And by God, you'd have it on you nearly every single day, but until next Christmas when you might get
Ralph Lauren jumpers. They were the V-neck Leshna polo shirts. And you'd match the polo to the little logo. That was like Rodella. Bizarre, but people would be coming home. Like, it was a big thing in Shannon, the airport, the flights to New York, they'd be over and back, going out with empty suitcases, agus tach the while, le suitcases long and stuff. It was just dochreite now.
Yeah, Vishay dochreite, Vishay, and then suddenly stop station ar fad.
That was it.
Yeah, stop share fad, and yeah, it's if you miss it, Louise, Clumishigity skull, if he on a like on paper posh, but like Garda Bama Ahar, agus Irishore Gheilleagair Bama Vaher, so like, you know, a lot of posh girls, and I was just a very normal girl at their lermo laying to Sira Gadi fucking unchailtocht. But I remember always feeling very like, that's very not my class, you know.
Yeah, because people ran with it. I think that like people lost the plot altogether and like started to do and live like so beyond their means. And like, do you remember another thing I will always associate with that period of time, right? We'd be big, like the telly'd be on at the weekend. Do you remember Eddie Hobbs?
Yeah.
Remember that finance? Yes. He'd be on being like, how to spend your money, or like the best ways to spend your, and people be doing all these fucking daft things. And it was just ag an nós go daoine a bheith, I don't know, ag cá bharagad ar fucking stuff a bhí just go, and you know, bhí an tálinn, bhí dad agus tá sé fós like anna cliste, and he's just no nonsense. Like, you saw him yesterday in Crow Park with the sandals and the socks. Dad couldn't give a shite about like brands or fashion or anything like that. And I remember he used to laugh so much at that carry on, and he'd be like, that won't end well. Do you know, the crowds, the fancy houses, the extensions, the holiday homes. And Eddie Hobbs telling them to do it.
Rip off Republic, Prime Television or RTE, if you say the question. But did you ever watch Pure Mule?
Yes.
Oh, it was peak Celtic Tiger fucking television, and then the crash came, and it's few more fechantar tra. I think it's fucking brilliant. I think it's fechantar like Ghanu Tree Bouta, because it's a real window into Ireland at the time.
Okay.
And the rural towns were thriving, and then suddenly Vider just Marv.
And Cod She's thriving, was it Mariole Air on Togal or Fod of Earshul?
Yeah, and Togal or Fad Vir Shield. Sure, there was like Susa she's like what's the difference in the nightclubs? Either Tiger to here. This is like if there's only a couple of nightclubs in the country. There needs to be a nightclub in every fucking town in Ireland.
Yeah.
On Difriocht, Hariho was just
and there's Spreagtha Untka like ag an out in fresh in Limnach, right? Obviously we had the university, there was loads of UL was expanding, there was loads of college students coming in. David Guetta, Calvin Harris used to be flown into Trinity rooms in Limerick to play sets. Like, you know, you think about this, like we'd like 4 nightclubs at Garlam Knee. If we Laurie Neil even Iscom and Will Can on fucking, you know. And it would be like from Wednesday to Sunday, the Ochdini Amach, agus the Cavaragad, agus the goal, agus, you know.
Well, churma sus in question box our Instagram stories, right? So gas agus hánig anna chud reply like near for my riamh made fraggery arainn with riamh Instagram it's a for me do show. But Candace Nakeen and it's the Galway races in Tachtan Shaw being like it was noticeably recession time when all the helicopters stopped coming to drop people up for the Galway races.
Yes.
Yeah. Fuck me. Yeah. Like, and I've no doubt about it. If we were living in Celtic Tiger times, there'd be one woman who'd be going by a helicopter. Louise Cantillon.
Do you know there's a scale actually? I'm not going to name names of companies or anything, right? But it was a Christmas party, okay, and they were flown from, let's just say, the west of Ireland to Dublin for a night out in helicopter up to the Christmas party. Agus and Chin flown a while I reached. Isn't that mad?
God. Yeah. Well,
it was like cheaper than I don't know putting them on the train or whatever. They were like, look at helicopters.
Well, I won't name names here now either, but a famous inter-county footballer wanted a certain traditional musician to play at their wedding and they couldn't do it. They had something else the next day, so they sent a helicopter up to Dublin to pick them up. They got the helicopter down to the mast. They landed into the mast 15 minutes beforehand, played a tune on the pipes, and then
flew them back.
Flew them back. Now, I won't say who it was, but I'd say you could guess.
I'm not afraid to say that I may or may not have researched helicopters in and around the time of my wedding, okay? It was a quick Google, should have made, okay, near Horla Ainrod. But the fucking price of it, like, I don't know, when price H done an Earjar, or was the boom really that boomy, like?
Well, it was all fur coats, no knickers. It was Sinead Road. It all came crashing down. Now, churma shikashna ar could the a story how to go. So in show my div could this na Spreagtha hánig arash, right? So let's see. Oh, Banawan Hanashi Dagvalum. Chunik me ma ahar der Shachten awan gach me marvisha buga timpel and down chun obera all. I grew up telling everybody my dad lived in Norway, Qatar, Wales, etc. Like that's really Dean Mar Jaegor.
Scarlet Clina, yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Chunik me TikTok Ella, because there's a TikTok trend to Dina Cursus and Euro song, and the Colleen like a leer and couch Lena Haher. Colleen is so again Shinga being like, I only saw my dad 2 weeks a year because he was working in Australia to make money to keep us.
Yeah.
Like, so it is all well and good to be like laughing about the whole thing, but there was so much fucking trauma leis an Rutherford chama. Chuig na suicide rates suas cuiha absolutely scandalach. Cuig deg fin géad tá si de duna bhamach.
Sin on Lena is an ironic CMAT. I was 12 when the dads started killing themselves all around me, like, you know.
Just horrendous. My Ella, my father going doing the shopping with a calculator. Ruddy Bioga Marshin and Hershey Greener like is Queen Lumsava Saman Skull. You know all the little like money saving things you might have €1 and go to the Euro Saver in McDonald's. Been a kind of on treat dehina and you'd get like a burger for €1.
Neadidir an é sin tús leis an Eurosaver menu ná an cúlaachtamíochta. You know,
It's so
probably.
bigger.
Yeah.
Probably, you know.
Would you send a 14 or 15-year-old out an ish with only
Euro1.
a euro in the back pocket?
What a chance. They probably need €50 le hain the alt, you know.
They probably will. And Townshend as well, you get a school child fare with cuig cent Aaron Moss on Townshend.
Yeah, it's Queenlam. Sure, it was cool. Like, it's Queenlam. Do you remember ag tosnú machs na Oscar? Like, I would be, bhí mise, he is a Gurkic, so we moved down. And like, you'd go and you'd have a €2, €10 dun seachtain. And bhíocht tú an dul amach, like, hinta amach, ihe omlan amach, a €2. And that wasn't even a joke. Remember, you could get the naggin for, what is that, €1 for a naggin? 5 for a naggin, maybe.
Yeah.
No, you go buy the hussars, it'd be cheaper, whatever. You'd You'd have your €1, honest to God, probably €1 to get in or €1 for a shot nor they
Yeah. So we used to do it like Bader, you'd have your €5 for your naggin and then you have a tenner. So it'd be €3 for 10 Jaeger bombs. So you'd match up now, lit 3 Carlat and you're like, right, the 3 of us are together for the night. You'd have a Jaeger bomb when you'd go in, maybe in an hour or two's time, like you'd be well tanked landing into the nightclub.
Yeah.
In an hour, and a half later, one of the other girls would go up and you'd get the 3 back. And then that'd be it for the night.
Yeah, but also, if you're going to 3 Jaeger bombs agad sa glinic chéine, so you'd have a pint glass of 3 Jaeger bombs.
Jaeger, oh God.
And, a pint glass of 3 Jaegers. Bheoh sé fócan don share up, but it's Queenlum agus mé hus mé gobar agus mé an oscail, but sular hus mé gobar hug mawam €3 in aig na seachna dom, and I had to do me mo vos is seach on a whole scola mo via don seachtain. Now vi be sawalia obviously, but I always wanted to eat her an oscail. And then me eating tamach come €3 and I survived on it.
Yeah, because you just would. I remember, again, Mochara Sarah and Anne keeps coming up, but I lived with Sarah and Rachel in college, and as we were going in, her sister was like finishing, she'd qualified as a pharmacist and was going off to get work, and just never vein ubber in there, and everyone was like dullig and ostral. And I remember you'd come a while and Derry Shachsna, and it would be like total wipeout of all of the Dini Snafedis, like Lauren the Fedi, the 20-25-year-olds that I knew were all just gone in my head.
Well, it was it was 3 míle duine a dog, Airnacha a dog le linn na cúlaachtamíochta. So we were, it was.
I remember all the older sisters of my pals and brothers just going.
Because if we couple so it was Ravila is shacht really hustling gradí dul she's giddy kind of Gavila is in the time. At which stage we Myrna kind of row gin mission leaving cert or sorry no junior cert Ravila is in the.
Yes.
So you were probably some Idrevleen on Vlian shit.
To
start. So we weren't really affected by that.
Yeah.
No, and I also suspect that I wasn't even aware of it as much as like Nira Misha is school posh or Curabis, so I wasn't even around people who might have been benefiting from it. Cúpla bliain níos luatha, you know?
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
I do remember the going away parties. I don't know, because I had a postpartum for an Chama.
The next one came then Timpler Gavila sa Haina Gavila sa Doiag, and that was another dip again. And it's Queenlam Shane Gomor and like Goth and they were really fucking broke. And that's it, like CMAT has that line in about mooching around town all fucking day, and that's what you be at.
Yeah, when you're fucking le denna agus near vein argad gan le enough.
Yeah. I remember like like boyfriends if female or man's gone new, even like Lewis Achlash, like you'd go into town and just walk around.
Yeah.
There's nothing to do.
No, you wouldn't even get a coffee.
No. I know, and like I just don't think that like near Aichen to where like the lads Oganish or TikTok and stuff, like they're so glam. They have all these bits, the fast fashion. Like you might have gone into Topshop and got like a nice top, you know, initious to reach, but like that would be your going out outfit. Like that would do you. You know, you get a lot of mileage. There was none of this wear an outfit once and then not wear it again.
I suspect now Marielle nach rev on target floor shock le lin kind of na lu of lianta shin gomioch argad agam. Now this is a very I'm working on this theory for law live. Vi misha u fásach then nor hosa misha ag ober agus nor hosa me fault like income and wages vi me umlán shite ag bush é do the target fod cotagum last the cúpla law, and I think it was Marielle Knockrev and Tahi go Marieve de like arrogant alt mar near of an target down levet towards not do and levet kind of egg fellum na kyop na show we show, you know.
Well, actually, vi me chun chesin a chur in ish, because sin actually Rudger ahan me agus me hala nua arach. I feel like we'll in culture sin a going in ish that it's like you know, even if you only had fucking 500 quid in your account, you'd be thrown out the car, I'll buy the drink, whatever. Like Neil Dina Keelver, Lena Arrogate, and I'd nearly be getting into rows with Dina being like, oh no, I'll get this right, you know what I mean? Whereas Sabina of Adney's money literate was they have to be, because it's so fucking expensive to live in thought you really expensive to live at Coney and Éireann and Chumá, but like there's no comparison to during Dara, like you have to be really savvy. But where is the line? So Suckley Shaw knew in Éireann for Lahar, what's the difference between being clever with your money and then being stingy? And it is a fine line. If Bhúil Michel then a chatting to Kata, and it was like one of those, oh, I'll buy you a drink, and I was like, no, I'll buy you a drink.
Yeah.
And then it was kind of nearly a power play at the end, being like, who's going to buy? And I should have just let the person buy me a drink, but my pride wouldn't let me do it. I was like, no, I'm buying this drink.
No, I get that, like, Béla Dáta, but like, it's a joke. Like, Kane cusses of ear and joke there.
I know, but I couldn't let that person. I was like, no, I'll buy it. I don't know. It's like a pride thing. I can't.
And you know what it is, if you're in a position to do it, and you know, you're lucky if you are in a position to do it, because I suppose if you go back to the town on Cooloach the meal, that was, I actually remember someone we used to be actually share spins up and down to Cork in college at the time, and you'd pay your few bob for petrol money. Do you remember this? Yeah. And like that would be a thing. And like I remember some weeks when like, oh, for God's sake, like leave me off, it's only a 5 or it's only a 10 or whatever. But you're like, the person driving the car wouldn't be able to put the petrol into the car if everyone didn't chip in their petrol money to go up and down the road. So that's the other side of it, do you know?
Yeah, I actually forgot about petrol money. That was such a big thing.
That was a big thing, yeah.
But is that an age thing? That's probably still a big thing. It's just going meeting in Nishinna now, will Dina go Bergalan, I'm sure, so they can afford their tank of petrol.
Yeah, Stoke A.
Yeah, Bather A. Oh but God. I do have that lasting memory being like, I owe her for petrol.
I know. I used to put €7 of petrol into my car waiting for payday. I'd be like, will I take it in coins? What's the lowest amount of petrol? It's Queen of Kermay shocked euro shocks a core or wine for me.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So embarrassing.
Shite Larrigate, come on. I thought Misha Fos shite Larrigate. I wish I'd learned it. I did pass maths, and I swear to God, I always bury my head in the sand.
But I don't think it's Mata. I don't think it's Skillin' a Mata. I think it's Skillin' a Bonishtu Arrogate, and it's Skill Umlan Ella A, and I don't know, like I would have thought that I should know, like if you were on a wa oh hey Arrogate, and like a Gonia Quinal Taffet, she'd be going through her receipts gawkiha, and it skipped me, it missed me, you know.
Shiva, did you not say doing Hanahan go through kind of Gama? Oh, hey, of Arrogate. Like, yeah. Oh, sorry, Mitch. Yeah.
But like, Glock Shade, like in a 50-year father, I'm kind of like, I don't know, maybe it was just like Gurhanig, I don't know, like, Agus Meg Dulanish, Gur awesome Thoristal, Marshina Horleans to Agus Thuit Dulanish, but Agus Maini, so again, like, I get, I don't know, K-Veda Warm Eggs make working in Claire's accessories, I fucking 8 shock gauge euro than V. 3K imaha in my hair extensions and highlights, gauge law, Gawcade euro cotta arrogate, and I'd have like 3/4 of it gone, lashing the gaw law. I like near 1 kilogram, but no, like Gavlin dag to Shin, I fucking copped on fairly fucking sharpish.
Okay. Well, canvas na ruddy the catastrophes of the recession was gone are the days of the permanent pensionable jobs a gur anachlibbing, and I need make into I don't know, will pension set up a gwifshin Neil pension comes if we law her, which every single day my parents say it to me, and it really broke their heart that I didn't go for a permanent pensionable job, because that's all they wanted me to do. Now in fairness, pension mahig and vertical sons are like, you know, they're like, the pension is great, you know, they're walking advertising for a fucking pension in ish. But it's Moontori Mugarfur, and like they are absolutely hammered. Pension, so it's all relative. So Cunnus Marvel he and Shivnialer, the permanent pensionable job, first things first.
Well, sure, bhí ceanna gom ar fag píosa agus fós tá sé hilarious, lad. So I left my job lapse and my permanent, what was it called? I had a permanent job in the school I was in. So when you let that lapse, you have to let your teaching council number go, agus the and then you leave the teaching or whatever. And when you do that, the teaching council gets onto you and gives you whatever it is you've paid into in your pension so far. So I was like, geez, I've taught like for nearly 4 years now. What am I worth? What have I got? Agus caig tú fannacht péiscéile go dtí go bhfuil tú caig a trín or a and even if you don't live that length of time, no one can take it out until you are that age. And I have $4,000 ag fannacht ar agus mé. So airline, Díach mé stock a pension or fag píosa, but like I would ANTM latter and like, look, your sister is student, she's in it. Teachers get shit money anyway. So like, you know,
They were really fucking sold down the Swanee in 2011. They were absolutely sold. And that's, if I was Taoiseach of the country, there's a lot of reforms I do, but the first thing I would do is look at how teachers are being paid and being, you know.
Well, aine is a service probably, you know, nurses, doctors. Aine is a service probably because she fucking riachtanach and just Neil Cottalo go on who go from her curbe.
Comes mar bhóin to some and permanent pensionable number.
Well, we're not really in the industry for it, are we? Like obviously
1-800 RTE.
I know, like tá pinch agam sa job eile tá agam agus tá sé sin hééis agam ogur hosig mé le, which is good. Leid tá rud aigen down. And I don't know, I think tá muid kind of go fólig an sin where we're like, that's not happening. That's ages away. Whereas I know it's a ridiculous mindset to have because like it's
but it's also probably well and good. Like it's different, I think. Say now, two childless women don't have to think about it, but like an iscuil too soon, you're probably thinking of all these things far off because it makes you more of an adult, you know.
Yeah, come around. Neil Mahesh Rees, like I haven't linked the pregnancy and the pension yet, but Bader.
It's a long 9 months. It's a long 9 months.
Yeah, I know though. It is a thing. Like I would be lying if I said sometimes I'd be like, Jesus, sure at least Declan's paying into something.
Yeah.
If the arse falls out of it, go will rud again to get. Because I certainly there'd be no point in anyone dependent on me.
Yeah, but I actually think it's a good thing now. Sorry, like the gig economy is fucking shocking. Agor anachid ibrehe like on Kliga gahan siad ledina etag over delivery drivers and stuff like that is fucking disgusting, and it's horrible. And like we need to have laws in there to protect employees. But in our game, I actually think we'll take a maha ahead the contractor. It keeps you on your toes. It keeps you fair. You don't get comfy. You have to be always improving, looking to go like. I suppose it's a choice you make as well, because if you wanted to have routine, whatever, you would go into a civil service job. But if you you have to be on it, you have to be a go burn hammer fod, you have to be grinding constantly. And that's part of the thrill and the downside. It's an upside and a downside.
Tommy Goyer, if you're like, yeah, you could have like financial stability agus do shaska kuig, or they could keep you on your toes and you could upskill, you know?
Yeah, but I have to say I would be an upskiller one. I think I've tried the like female go burn old school in there fagavad, and it just was not for me. Like not it's a trade to show my hail anyway. I think it's malum set of always like trying, you know, a gubber a draw redagant, trying to be creative, trying to push yourself a false, you know. Mahagam session. I'm fucked anyway. I like lads, it's a very real threat of it. Like Gachayan with the Tarlu, hell in America, sure we're hearing it the whole time. I'll be snookered. But look, we cross that bridge, we come to it. I think I'll stint on the dole. Look, I did it before, Nervy Mang Olive or Fag Star, so well, not a Fag Star, Fag Shall. And beta give everything I have reached. I think hitting the dole in my mid-30s, look, it might suit me.
Character building. You know,
character building.
You know,
we can have real range here, like, you know, Shiva with her babas and Michelle
goal.
Cavers Codathon.
Listen, I'm just here maintaining my driveway. What can I say? You know, Jacker on sale. It's all going against our driveways. I know, but you know, the reality of all of this is there are people who are geisteach the nuv and they're fucking struggling away. It's tough out. It's so tough. Like at the minute, lads, I don't care what anybody says, how great your job is or how privileged you are, but it's really fucking hard to live in Ireland right now. The place has gone nuts.
It's horrific.
Bhí mise I bark an croca ganné, right? Agus cheannic mé round the jochna Tachtorna lower Balogli. I nearly killed over at the bar when they was it 5 pints and something else. It's nearly €100 like, and I'm like, holy fuck, like, do you know that can't be nearly for a round of drinks like that should be your ihamach.
Well, do you know what I couldn't get over is like the All Ireland now. Big day out of Gordina, O Runingal, agus O Churkig, Vrishmachridot, €100 for an All Ireland ticket now. £100. Not to talk about the very expensive rounds of drink in Dublin City. On round Gramisha and the Nay was €75. There's only 4 or 5 people in on the round. A couple of bottles of Corona and like a Jameson or 2. Sickening. And then like on Trust Sheets and Trust Suez, trying to get a fucking hotel in Dublin, like it's more and more. And like we're talking about recession. Like we're living in a very similar circumstances to the height of the recession, because Neil, it's not lining up, and like Tamidna a gober job in a maha, like, you know, a din of argan ma, and like we're finding it difficult to fucking live in this city.
Yeah, tá na tithe níos costa sínis ná go raibh ag buach faointe an boom, and a recent trend that I find so bizarre is, I don't know where could if we the 4-person mortgages agus tá cahar ag dul isteach le tithe ceannach. Now níl an túfás acu héis kind of like dul tríd, but a daine a fistrú fuhu mar tá sé costas ag take ceannach tá now cahar ag dul isteach le chéile le take ceannach. And guys, it's hard enough finding one person to tolerate, to live with, let alone.
That's so fucking heartbreaking, like, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's scandalous, like, and like the repercussions, or the repercussions that happen after a fallout of, you know, on cahar in a goni le chéile. So apparently it's rud a horla an a vinnic le lin on Celtic Tiger coma, but it's kind of ruddy and dini agus I de giri, you know, it was an investment, and then vi sé ar intnaku and talk a yield heish like Karen Cook Blina, but of course hit and fucking Kulu Aknamiakta. And that's kind of like Kavis on Dorlok Shishan or show, you know, like, yes, house prices have been on the rise for I don't know how long, just consistently going up and up and up and up. But Sean will Kulu Aknamiakta her team in Cunia and like Kavis, and you'll just be in negative equity then Latror Ella.
Yeah, well, as CMAT said, like, I feel like Nafil Media didn't have a rohan Giran, because we're absolutely, like, we're caught by the fucking bollocks, and it's gachten it. Like, we Níl sé éasca uringe mar Dina mar dormita jobs maha, like, what's it like a Gordon Dina na hachtanig a gober na low paid jobs, like Brishan Machrido of Dina gula gober really cruig agus really strachelt agus Dina ta tachtmachs and glashta agus Dina ta adul a gairy as an uber, like we need to be hounding them about it, as CMAT says.
Well, like, I can't imagine that you could be a couple in Dublin that both work, like, say, in supermarkets or...
You
just there's absolutely no way.
A Gorda and a nurse. If a Gorda and a nurse were in a couple, they were on 50 grand each and 100 grand combined. They could not afford a house in Dublin right now, which is just ridiculous.
Yeah, it's disgusting. And it is I don't know what this thing is that we feel like we don't have. I don't know. I feel like not fully didn't have rohan glow me and Rutherford.
Absolutely not. Do you know what? St. Eastland, they took to the streets, they marched up to their Dáil, like their government building, and they overthrew the government. This was during the recession, St. Eastland, and they literally threw out the government and said, Níl sibh den of rohan doing, and formed a new government based on it. Like, what? Right. Let's take to the Dáil. Get your pitchforks, girls.
Let's go.
Line them up.
Unbelievable. Well, if one good thing came out of Euro country, it is scuppered Bertie Ahern's chances for running for fucking president. Yeah. That dirty snake was making a comeback.
I don't know, would he have been bowled enough to come back?
No, I think he would have been bowled enough to come back. I don't think Fianna Fáil would have nominated him, but I agree. I think he absolutely would have been bowled enough to make the comeback. People's memories are very short, and people were like people were fond of Bertie, the kind of like, you know,
those who benefited from it, though. You know what I mean? There were the people who
There is a fondness there. It's kind of like Bertie, you know.
We have
that charm.
Yes, we do have a chancer. Yeah.
As we said before, he was a top shagger in his time in the Dortmund and Hannah. That what Irish politics loves is a bit of a fucking top shagger, and Bertie in his day, fucking the helicopters up and down the country, was a bit of a top shagger in his beige and fucking magnolia looking suits.
Yes,
the state of him, the fucking state of him. But he was a divil, and we knew about it. No fucking bank account.
Yeah,
well, finance.
Aoife Grace Moore striglin our R&AM Cooper about agus would ag play a nuke Toronto, then she was saying people would vote for Bertie because people would vote for people that they think would be good to have a pint with. And this is her motto. So unfortunately, I actually think, Golan Carthick, he come on.
Yeah. Well, fair play to our Lord and Saviour, CMAT, us, Asian in a chart. And I think you're holding your father well out, niece, Oscalte Mialer, how much of a fucking traumatizing time the recession was doing your fad, and how Dakar good sé nishfi láher bheith Coney Emmanuel agus an éiring le rudí martá.
I know, and we should say if anybody is struggling, like, do get help and talk about it, because it is a really hard time. So, you know, don't struggle in silence.
And bring back an naggin in a handbag. Been too long since
Bring back the €5 naggins and the Eurosaver menu.
We're kind of coming size of tax slacker Kayla, because we were like last week, we were like up the pubs and save the pubs. There, look, buy 3 or 4 pints and then having your naggin, you know?
Yeah. How unreal. Do you remember going into the bathroom with your glass and you'd be tipping it? Oh, great. The naggins were great.
A pint of my waddy orange and a fucking half a naggin in on top of it.
Yuck. God.
I know.
You know, there was a pub in Limerick. It was called Molly's, right? And you go in and you'd buy a jug of Sex on the Beach, and it was like a big pitcher, okay? And this was the thing, the jug of Sex on the Beach was a £5. So you'd buy the jug of Sex on the Beach, go up to the bathroom, throw the naggin in, and you'd be going around with a jug of Sex on the Beach with a naggin. And it was just nights of my life, honestly. It's going to the this far.
And the fat frogs, that was another one. It was like 2 fat frogs for dinner.
Or the Frosties, the red one that tastes like a Frosty.
Oh, lads, I don't know how, like, thank God going the duchna shin. Thank God we were a bit more conscious mealler and road going meet, consuming and sugar in our fat. Like, the thought of all that sugar now is so gick.
Yeah, I think we'll pallets níos abby agunanish.
Right, Carlini, Jupsig Ziaks na Shachtana.
Can I nominate for Yup na Shachtana, the Clifford brothers? Oh my God. They're unreal. Sorry now, they're into Shindak Raw. I know you're Donegal heritage.
They're class. They're fucking class. No, in fairness, they were pure, you gotta give it to them, pure class.
I guess I'm poor in illig, but like
specimens of men. Yeah.
Pucker Buile could be another Yup na Shachtana. No, I must do a shout out.
Sorry, I have to give it. Pucker Buile is a Kool-Aid song. It was written by Don Lo Malone. Sorry, this is actually what I meant to say. When our fucking Kerry people en masse going to realise that that's a Cork song that they're singing? It's really embarrassing.
Is it because there's that line in it about Nangani Coosh? I'd say that's why they claim it.
Yeah, Nangani Coosh are fighting to another, but that's because it was from one Gaeltacht to another.
I'll have to say, regardless where the song comes from, the Kerry Cowboy did some rendition in the Croke Park Hotel in A. He had a crowd around him, and actually I was like, on the Cowboy, if you should just feckin' unreal, and I thought, these are the moments we live for now, aren't they?
Well, a fucking Kerry man singing a Cork song sounds about right. They're fucking chancers. They're chancers.
They're the cute Kerry whores.
So that's my Yacht na Shachtana. People from Kerry not realising that they're singing a fucking Cork song.
Robbing songs.
Yeah, robbing song. And if there's one thing I cannot get behind, it's robbing songs. It's a big no-no in my book.
Here.
There you go. Winter. What do you think of that, people of Kerry? What do you think of that, Donny?
There you go. Right, Glúis.
Yeah, so dormer Coolwalk na Miachta, Fimar Play, Kersey Pinchin, Post Buin.
Shingama. A Tarrington pension is drawing the pension. It's Malame Marfraza. Trauma. Shine.
Trauma. I guess pretty and dole osgaga.
Oh, fuck it. If you on Mission Tayin then, by the way, a herring and dole or herring. I'm looking it up here.
Gadisha, yeah, no, you're Brisha. Force and PUP are fact pizza during COVID because Kyla's mo fuss. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, the pop.
Joel is Dio Father L.
Of course it is. Yeah, and look, chance like go my arms to Tarrington News there rudagant like I don't know Keiko Addis Lucky made on Sierra Maharkish so chance go my Tarrington like arrogant and stout and shin, you know.
Oh girl, we'll that'll be hilarious now. We'll both be on the Joel Kayla Bader Shiva.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Have a right go of it. Myself and yourself now. Tuesday morning used to be the big day for the Joel. We can be in the pub. You can bring the baba in the carrier.
And then it would agra on how to be on the dole.
Fantastic. There you go. On time, this is another cut that came in, you know. Nervy Mish Aaron Dole, my fave for his shay. So I was only entitled to €100 a week because apparently, as a 24-year-old adult, I didn't have the same fucking bills as a 26-year-old adult. I know.
Oh, it sounded like the milk key suggest. We just gonna raw like.
No, V key sugum. V may Coney got Yeah, but for that time. Bhí me Connie gar na Galve, my heath was €300 and Aige Mesa. Like, I mean, where the fuck would you get it?
Yeah, I know the Kias, that was Rodella, but you look.
Anyway,
yes, there you go, that's right.
Okay, Harda, Sinead Wenger, on Tachtan Shaw, on Tachtan Shachuing, we're going to have a little flashback episode. Táimid atógan sira ach bemid thurnáis iver glúsa an sun gan bhuil agus bhailing ar méchas gháil le fáilte Ireland as taú leis an glár seo agus le gach chlár eile le déanaí. So gur míle maith agaibh agus slán!